Good afternoon, everyone. Rod Culleton, leader of the Great Australian Party. I'm just putting this short video together to make a special announcement, and that is to inform our members and any new members that are wishing to join up with the Great Australian Party, or GAPP, that the GAPapp is now live, showing real live 7 days a week footage of how the party is participating out in the public, what moves the party is doing, getting amongst the people and really hearing what the people have to say, which is really important in politics. I am an inventor on IP Australia. I've come up with the concept of the GAPapp so that there can be no question about a political party giving a real voice to the people, and there should be no more complaints. This is about every Australian having skin in the game. This is about every Australian being able to hold a political party to account. This is about every person in Australia being able to have his constituent take your voice into the parliament. This is about every person in Australia being able to have a say and have their voice heard, because that is the heart of democracy and that is the values of the Great Australian Party. Members that are wishing to join up with the Great Australian Party, or GAPP, that the GAPapp is now live, showing real live 7 days a week footage of how the party is participating out in the public, what moves the party is doing, getting amongst the people and really hearing what the people have to say, which is really important in politics. And also what is foreshadowed to come up, will be available in the next week or two, is the voting app, to whereby we will dissect down any bill, put it to the public, and you as the constituents or the public can inform the public trustee that you choose to vote this way with a yes or no. This is your voice, this is about democracy, and that is what GAPP has been able to do. This app, being the GAPapp, will enable an uncensored site to whereby you can come along as a paid member and put your comments down on what you believe, do policy refinements, make special announcements to your candidate that is your representative in the area and how you want him to manoeuvre in Parliament as a public trustee. It also allows you to be informed of any meeting through a time reduction clock, so you will see a countdown come on the screen where the next meeting is going to be. Currently the team have been up in the Northern Territory with the tribal sovereigns, how the Commonwealth law applies to the sovereigns, and how we are assisting them on how they can go forward under their honest claim of right. So it is very important that people now, I see a lot of action on Facebook. I see a lot of people come out and basically give the ingredients on how the cake or the pudding should be cooked, but I've yet to see anyone bring a freshly baked cake out of the oven, other than to let everyone know that the Great Australian Party has taken steps in London with the matter of CO 588 of 2020, steps to holding the government to account. So look, number of messages have gone out to encourage people to become members of the Great Australian Party. We have a large member base, however some of that member base cannot be ticked off with or conform to the Electoral Commission, and we are currently shy of Western Australian members. I mean, I think at one point we had 760, we require 500 for the state of Western Australia, and there has been nearly half of that has not complied with the Electoral Commission. So we've put out messages to have people correct their membership detail, but we feel we just need to encourage more members to come on, participate in the Great Australian Party GAPapp, which even the app developers themselves has said that it will not only change the landscape of politics in Australia, but the concept that I've created will potentially change the landscape right around the world in politics. So that's something I'm really proud about, and it's something I'm able to offer the Australian people, and I urge people to come on and have a look at that app and get involved. We need members and we need people of Australia. I see a lot of complaints out there. I need you to have skin in the game. We all have an obligation under our Commonwealth Constitution, under the law, to be able to have a fully fledged bona fide parliament that is not usurping powers under a de facto republic. We know there are a lot of people out there, ex-former prime ministers and even current governors, who are right up the republic alley, who are basically claiming to be something that they're not. And this is what the case of London's all about. This is about restoring law and true honest government back into Australia. I'll sign off from here. We are heading back down the coast. You can go on the app and see where the bus is tracking at this point. It's leaving Darwin on Thursday. It'll come through Kununurra. It'll be pulling up in Broome. So if anyone wants to see the team on the way down, you're quite welcome to send a message to the app, or you can simply keep an eye out for the bus, which we will be driving down and doing. All right, well, I'll leave it from there. I cannot urge it more. I do need West Australian members to please place their membership for the state election here in Western Australia. If GAPapp doesn't receive the required membership amount within the next few days, unfortunately we will not be able to meet the time or the registration period or getting the party registered at state level. It is a federally registered party, but we will not be able to get it registered at a state level, and we've got two really good candidates that will do the job here, certainly hold the government to account. And it would be a shame to miss that opportunity, because this GAPapp and the Great Australian Party is the only party that gives true representation and takes the voice of the people into the parliament. And I think that's an achievement in itself. So look, I'll sign off from here. As a former federal senator, I urge people to get behind the Great Australian Party. It is a real party, and one that complies to the Constitution as an unincorporated party, and it can very well much sit, and it's got some great candidates to offer the Australian people, not only in Western Australia but right around Australia. So thank you, and good afternoon and goodbye.